What's up, everybody? Hello. Welcome to the Hustling Sideways podcast. I'm Alan Halas. I'm a music writer.
And I'm Jim Love, and I am a keynote and motivational speaker.
And on the weeks that we don't have some amazing guests like we've had last week.
Like right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like this is one of those weeks. Mm-hmm. We are talking to you about the things that we go through as side hustlers. And really just as people at this
I guess
point.
like a human general things.
Yes.
But, obviously side hustle stuff because this show's called Hustling Sideways.
Yes. So it's
supposed to
focused on
That's
that
right.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
I came up with this one today.
He did an hour ago. Yeah.
Because it is definitely one that I just have gone through. Mm-hmm. So
and I have too.
We are talking today about losing streaks.
Mm-hmm.
And by that, I mean, not obviously like a sports team, but, we've both experienced plenty of those too.
Yeah, we have.
But, sometimes things just do not go right, whether that's, events happen to flop or content that you're making just doesn't seem to get the play that it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
And how you get out of them, what you do to get out of them. I will totally go first on this one.
Fire it up, yeah.
So my losing streak that I just kind of went through is, and it's hard to admit, I had a bunch of events that prior to this summer were just flopping left and right, week in and week, or month in and month out. We were doing the same show. We were doing a hip hop show at the Wicked Hop in the Third Ward, in the heart of downtown.
Yeah.
Thursday night should be a good crowd, promoting it, and people were just not showing up like that. So, and it's weird because the same event venue, when I do events in the summer, packing that place, tons of people. So it was just like, what was happening? Is it just the weather? I think honestly, like I had to kind of assess like, okay, well, after the first one that didn't do well, I was like, well, that was on me, right? I kind of went back and I looked and I was like, well, what did I do wrong? Did I not promote this enough? Did I not, was it just the wrong day? Was it something else in town? Was it the weather? Honestly, the economy, like were people not wanting to go out? Yeah. So I had to think about all that stuff. But honestly, I was like, well, at the end of the day, like I knew more people could have heard about this event. So then I like assembled a checklist of like everything I needed to do to promote an event. Like it's got to be on, Facebook and boosted with an ad post. It's got to be on Instagram and boosted with an ad post, and like all of the things. I was like, no excuses. Like, you know what I mean? Like I wanted to do as much.
Taking everything in your control, you're going to get done.
Yeah, I absolutely wanted to do as much stuff as possible to that, so that if it didn't end up showing up as a dud again, I wanted to be like, well, at least I tried and did everything I
You can't go back to
do.
pinpoint something when it comes down to that.
So, and then, honestly, the next few didn't do well either. They got a little better, but not great. So to get out of that rut, though, I had to just keep swinging. As of my attitude towards it was like, all right, it's one of many things. You know what I mean? Like I put on a ton of events, or if it's content that's not doing well, I'm like, well, I make a lot of content. Yeah. So like you kind of just have to keep swinging sometimes, I think is my thing. But figure out what you're doing wrong or where you could be doing. You
like
can
reflect
make
on
improvements.
Yeah, I like that. I love the point of you have to just keep going for it. I've had, so many things have gone poorly that I've done, whether it be like content, that just like doesn't stick, or like sometimes I have like an iPhone note thing where I'll come up with whether it be like a tweet or a post that I just feel like is going to resonate with people, and the reason why I do it is to get interactions, and then people find out like, oh, like that's what he does, and like one time. This is probably like a year ago, like 5 in a row. I should probably silence my phone. I just realized.
Oh, no.
What's going on? Who is texting me?
Oh, no. Maybe that's our next guest.
Yeah, that's right. It could be them. It's my wife. So spoiler alert, she's not going to be
our
our
next guest.
It's fine. She's got many good things, which is one is her vocation as a nurse. Anyway, no other side hustles. But they didn't go. They were stuff that just didn't land. I actually got so self-conscious about them that I deleted the post.
Oh, really?
Because that's just like, that's how I felt. And then I look back and I'm like, as I kept going on, and maybe one of them hit, after that, but I'm like, just keep producing something. Yeah. Like just keep it going. It doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, it really didn't matter if 2 people liked it or if 205 people liked it. Like, keep doing your thing and keep putting it out there. And I guess the other part is, like, on the same token, is if I get like a rejection from a conference or a school, you know, like, we're not looking for more people at this time. Like, I've done that, and a couple times in a row have struck out, but not every single place is going to be a great fit for you. And that's what it comes down to. And like, maybe you're just not supposed to be there. You're not supposed to be in that moment. So we deal with it. Let's just say this, if you're not dealing with some level of like a rut, then you haven't tried your thing that much.
Yeah, I think it's kind of inevitable that anybody that has a side hustle, like, either when they're first starting out, you're starting out and going uphill, or you're going to hit that lull point where, like, something's not right. And then if something's not right, you got to change it and figure it out.
And to your point, like, change what was in your control. You actually switched some things up. And even then it didn't work that well. And that's okay. Like, you're going to learn some lessons from that too. But I think we're all too often like, okay, the thing I love a lot is going to work. Hey, it might not. And it might not 100 times. But on that 101st time, when it hits, like, you keep rolling and you're still creating things. You're still, you know, content's out. Whatever the thing is that you do, keep doing it, because if you enjoy it enough, the rut or the no's don't really matter that much. You're still at least out there doing it. And I just think a lot of people give up very easily, particularly this day and age, you know, and I don't blame them, but I also don't like it. Like, I'm like, if you're going to do something, then like, do it. Like, does it matter that much if it's not sticking, or if it fails a couple times? Not really.
9
like, at least
views
you're
on
enjoying
TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they delete it.
And right.
But that, to that point, like, isn't the definition of insanity is like trying the same thing over and expecting a different result? So do it again. But do it again, but maybe tweak something.
Yep. Right.
You know what I mean?
If there's actually something you can change about it, absolutely.
Yeah, because I think if you're super adamant about, like, this has to work this way, and it doesn't, well, maybe then you got to change something. Like, something has to get tweaked along the way, even if it's the slightest thing. Like, if it's content, when you're posting. Yeah, it's important. It's like,
read the room. If you're doing it at midnight on a Saturday, probably not going to get that much of, you know, or like a Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like
midnight on a Saturday, still probably not getting a lot of play.
Like, pick your time, you know, pick the thing it is. Who is it for? Is it for, like, a certain crowd?
Do your Googles.
If you're able to get, you know, that level of detail, then, you know, then you got a shot, right? Yeah. And, like, so you got to give it the effort. When you give it the full throttle effort, and it's not working out, like, go back and reflect a little bit, but don't let that deter you from creating something. Yeah, like, absolutely. Continue doing that, because if you really like it, that's where you should be. That's where you belong. Is doing.
We should find an episode. We should find, like, somebody that had, like, the worst at bat, like, of all time or whatever. Like, you know, like an MLB player that had, like, the worst slump of all time
ever, right?
And then go talk to that guy. Because I'm sure that guy's got a side hustle now, because he's probably not still playing baseball.
I'm sure he's dropped since.
He's dropped something for sure. So in the meantime, let us know what you do. We want to know what's the secret sauce. How do you get out of a rut as well? Because it will help all of us, not only Jim and I, but everybody that's watching this as well. Put it in the comments. Tell us how you get out of that rut. And we will be back next week with another Hustling Sideways.
We got a great guest coming.
Yeah. Yes. So in the meantime, you can check us out wherever you get your podcasts. We are the Hustling Sideways podcast. You can find us on LinkedIn. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We are on TikTok. We are on YouTube and all the other places.
Yeah.
So, you know,
it's kind of hard to miss us, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, take off your blindfold and come check us out.
Just type in Hustling Sideways. We're the first thing that comes up, probably.
Yeah, we now are. That's my computer just, like, caught on to why I'm looking it up. But when I look it up, it's right there.
You're like, that's me. That's me right there.
I do exist.
It's your 5th time this week, Jim. Why are you looking at it?
Well, yeah, it's fine. I just want to check it out.
If you want to be a guest and join this nonsense, you can definitely do that. Send us an email. It is hustlingsideways@gmail.com. And Jim,
keep on hustling.
We will see you next week.
Peace.